It's his sacred cow. She's perfect. Don't dare talk about her. No. No.
I don't know. I don't know. She still doesn't know anything. Didn't even realize that. I'm so caught up on the moo comment that I didn't even realize we're still saying, I don't know. I don't know. Well, we'll keep little Miss Moo Cow right here. It's good to see everybody. I'm a minute early, making up for all those late times. Okay, she doesn't want to sit up. She's top heavy. Her head's too big. It's really the statement now. It's keeping her falling down, but we're just going to say it's the big head. It's good to see everybody. Let me say hi to some people and then we will jump in. We are doing the 4 lives of Kody Brown today, where it's like one day in the life of Kody with each one of the wives. I'm pretty sure, based on my thumbnail, I took an assumption. I'm pretty sure this is the episode where when he's at Robyn's house in the morning, he's leaving and he is going to Christine's. Well, I don't know if it's the morning, could have been the afternoon for all we know. Or could be 6 o'clock in the evening and he's just getting dressed. Anyway, he was getting ready to go to Christine's, and as I remember it, talking 15 years ago, I do believe Robyn tries to prevent him from going to Christine's and talks him into going for a walk with her instead. All right, we'll see. I might be wrong, but I think that's what's going down. So we'll see a day in the life. It'll be interesting how they present it. I don't remember much from this episode, to be honest with you. But hello, Miss Lynn Skinner, and thank you for being our infamous moderator. You do a fabulous job. And Kathy's here, Peach, Danny, Sarah, Elizabeth. Good to see everybody. Jennifer, Nicole. Hi, everybody. Okay. And a lot of conversation going back and forth with people. Did I say Elizabeth? I think I did. Lunty is here as well. We saw Sarah. Mama Squirrel. Good to see you, Mama Squirrel. All right. Nadine. All right. Couple more. And then we'll jump into it. Sandy is here. Connie's here. I see. I still haven't found that. I'm looking all over for that magnifying. I have a magnifying glass I used to use in my classes. I was looking for it the other day so I could do my I see Sandy, I see Wendy. Just like Romper Room. Is that what it was? Was that Romper Room? I think it was. Okay. All right. Sarah's here. Adventures, excuse me, Adventures with Nana. Hello. Okay. All right. Gonna jump into it. A lot of conversation. We got Knit My Bit. Hey, Knit My Bit. And Jane. Hello. Deborah. Hey. Sick of fiddleization? No. Fiddleization. Here's my ignorance. I don't even know what that is. Fiddleization. Sick of it. Oh, sick of it all. Sick of it-allization. Sick of it-allization. Did you make up a Kody word? I like it. I like it a lot. All right. We see Sarah, Nadine. Okay. Crystal, good to see you. All right. So we'll see what happens in this. Hopefully you've all had a chance to look at my video on the trailer. So the entire trailer's in there. It's just little bits at a time, and then I talk about it so that we could get it all in. And it is, hi Tina. It looks like it might not be that bad of a season. If we can get finances in, you know me. That's my favorite topic with the Brown family. Let's talk finances with receipts. With receipts, not finances where like Robyn and Kody just say, we've done so much for them and they don't appreciate. It's not the kind of finances I want to talk about. No. I would like receipts about the exact amount of money that the other wives put into something versus how much Robyn has put in. And then receipts on how much Robyn has taken out versus how much everyone else has taken out. And you know, even if they come with receipts, even if Janelle's like, I have actual receipts for the last 5 years of how much money was given to Robyn out of the family fund and how much was given to everyone else. And let's say Robyn has 10 times more. You know what Robyn's going to say? Well, if they didn't need stuff, then the family fund is for what you need. And there were things that I needed. And if they didn't ask for the money, that's on them. That's what's going to happen. That's how it would go down. But it's their fault for not asking. I didn't demand anything. I just asked. I just said, can this be covered? And it was. She shouldn't have covered it for me. Janelle shouldn't have given me the money. We know it's all Kody, actually. But anyway, what I want to know more than anything, hello, Monica, and Miss Molly's mom, and Tracy's fractured history and more, and Jean. Okay. What I want to know more than anything is, and I don't know that we'll ever get this, but I really want a true, deep, honest answer from Janelle. At what point did she realize things were unfair? Because I do believe it was pretty close to the beginning of the relationship, like right when the wedding happened, like right away. I mean, even before that, she was a little, but she was so, I don't know. There's another question for Janelle. Gosh, what I would do to interview Janelle, like a real one-on-one heart, not like the interviews you see on People Magazine or ET or something like that, where it's just washed out, pat answers that anybody could give, but like a true get down to the nuts and bolts of it. Tell me what you really think. I would love to know. When she was saying, I really thought we were going to have another sister wife, and I was excited for another one. I believe she meant that. But I don't believe Robyn was the person that she was excited about coming into the family. So I would love to hear her opinion on at what point did she think, yeah, no, I do want another sister wife, but I just don't want this one. Because Christine didn't want this one from the get-go. She didn't even want another sister wife, but she certainly didn't want this one. Mary, I don't think Mary wanted it either. Do you think we'll ever get an honest answer out of Mary? Oh, I would love it. I feel like she's getting closer every year to speaking her truth. She gets very bold in these interviews after watching the previous season and getting all riled up after she sees everything Kody says. Then she's willing to like be a little more blunt and straightforward, but then they start filming again and she sees Kody and she just turns into the same wallflower she said she always was. Frustrating. Okay, so I want to know for Mary. I want to know for Janelle. But when it comes to the finances, which I'm even more interested in, at what point did Janelle realize there was a real imbalance on the amount of money that was given to Robyn versus the amount of money that the other wives were taking from the family fund? That's what I want to know. She'd probably also justify it saying, oh, you all had other businesses. I didn't. That would be so Robyn. Y'all were working hard and making extra money that I wasn't. So I deserve more money from the family plot. Or the family pot, not the plot. Well, she wanted more money from the plot too. But at any rate, I just really want to know at what point. Because Janelle had to, she was an accountant. She had to realize this one's getting way more money than everybody else. But she wasn't saying anything. She asked Robyn to not buy a real expensive house, but and then it's like they bow down to her afterwards. I don't know. Maybe they're afraid that she's going to go running to Kody and then Cody's going to be mad at them. I mean, it's the same thing with Christine. I mean, she had a brand new baby. She's all hurt and offended that as she's dealing with postpartum depression and a brand new baby and 5 other kids at home, that her husband's taken off to go with this woman on a honeymoon vacation for 11 days. Hurt, understandably, anybody would be. Hurt to no end. Calls Robyn to talk to her about it, but somehow in the midst of the conversation manages to just say, just tell me that you absolutely needed it. Well, what do you think she's going to say? Of course, she didn't need it. She had an entire year of all these weekends alone with Kody before she even married into the family. I mean, Christine came into the family into a double wide with 2 other women with no real courting and time together, no weekends alone, nothing. Nothing. And she didn't say she needed it. So why did Robyn need it so much? She didn't. She didn't. I am getting off track. This has nothing to do with the episode we are watching here today. I am going from one tangent to another. Like, one thing about this family, mostly Kody or Robyn, frustrates me, which then leads to something else, which reminds me, oh, well, by the way, I'm also frustrated about oh, wait, hold on. That also reminds me. Do you remember when this happens? I'm also frustrated about that. Just would love to have answers. Wouldn't that be great? If this is the final season, which I'm guessing it is because there's no additional filming going on right now, which would have been season 21, because at the beginning of last season, they were well into the filming already for this season. So I'm thinking it's probably the final season. Wouldn't it be amazing if TLC took the initiative to create a series? TLC, will somebody watch this channel from TLC? My Lord, I give you so much advice on how to make millions of dollars at that station. Nobody ever listens. Nobody ever listens to me. It's like having children back in the house, even out of the house. His son said to me today, I sent him, I don't know how many texts in a row in the past couple of days. And then I sent him one today. And then I didn't hear back from him. That was yesterday, I guess. Didn't hear back from him. So I sent 2. No, it was today. It was today. Today at 1:51, I sent him a text. And then at 4 o'clock, I said, are you alive? Only because all the previous texts, there really weren't. Well, I guess there's a response to that one. When was that? Maybe that was yesterday. At any rate, his response to me is, yes, a 1-day delay in responding to a text doesn't mean I'm dead. Don't worry. I felt like I've sent him a lot of texts he didn't respond to. I don't know when this was. It's hard to say. It could have been the day before. He might be right. It felt like forever. What can I say? All right. Here we go. We're going to watch this episode before I get on another tangent. I just started off saying I want Janelle to say at what point did she realize and why did she not speak up? Especially at the very end. I mean, once she was leaving, there's no reason why she couldn't speak up. I believe the answer why she didn't speak up is like she was obeying the priesthood head of her family. I think that's what it's called in their faith. So she was submitting. And she didn't want to make waves also because Kody, no one wants to go on the coaster. So it's easier to just not say anything. But when it's your money, like I'm sorry, I'd speak up. She got taken. Okay, so that's the other question for her. At what point did you realize we're not all one family working together anymore? I mean, I know it really all kind of ended right around the time Robyn came in, but at what point did Janelle realize when it's my time, and I need money from that family fund, it's not going to be there, or they're not going to give it to me. That's what I also want to know. Yes. Oh, I have so many questions. That's one of about 50. All right. Hello, Lori in Minnesota. Hi, Karen. Hi, Connie. Hello, everybody. Okay. Kimberly's here. Good to see you. DJ Tag is here. Lots of people want a pizza me. Sandy, I think I said hi just in case I didn't. Anonymous is here. Hi, Anonymous. Okay, I'm going to make a video, everybody. And I was going to call the person who gave me the information. It's another one of those behind the scene. You sister friends giving me dirt. I was going to make it anonymous. Anonymous, is that okay? Because I don't want everyone to just think it's you. Or I could just make an announcement. This is not the anonymous that shows up in my thing called anonymous. I'm just saying it's anonymous because the person wants to remain anonymous. So let me know how you want me to handle it. All right. Miss Molly's mom. Hey there. Okay. Here we go. And Jean, did I say hi, Jean? I think I did. Okay. Debbie and Liz. And Wendy and Sarah. Okay, now I'm going. All right. I said hi to Connie, right? Connie, just in case. Okay. Sister Wives, Season 3, Episode 4. If you're on Discovery Plus, we're starting right at the beginning of the show, which appears to be, because there's a big white circle. I tried to put my cursor right in the center of it. It looks like 1 minute and 17 seconds. We need to turn that off if that's going to keep doing that this whole time. All right. Oh, that was my son. Look, he's responding again. I sent him a picture of his bedroom. I said, "Do you notice anything different?" He's like, "Yeah, no." And the Cosette was underneath his bed. So then I sent him another picture. I'll show you. Okay. It was cute. It's cute. He's like, "No, it kind of looks the same." So he just loved the video, but he actually responded to that then and said, "No, Mom, Okay, so here's his bedroom. Standard boy's bedroom. I don't know if you can see that. I can't even see my screen. Okay, so I sent him this, and I'm like, "Hey, do you notice anything different about your room?" And I guess in this picture, do you see right that little white dot under the bed? If he's looking up close at it, you can probably see, you can see more colors. At least my screen makes it look pretty black and white. But then I sent him this. It's so cute. All right, I'm sorry. Everybody who doesn't know, who hasn't been following this channel knows Cosette, who comes to usually join us at some point, is like, "This woman, are we going to talk about sister wives or not?" All right, I'm ready. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. These are just shots of all the wives. Oh, Kody walking with Robyn.
Ever since we moved to Vegas, from the move to, set up in the vacation home, then moving into the 4 homes, and then just trying to manage my time where everybody's getting, the relationships are nurtured. When we lived in Utah, we had one house that had 3 separate apartments. And so the kids had this experience of, they still had access to me. I had access to everybody. All the children had access to each other. So it was more of an environment where it was a family in one home, being all together all the time. Now that we live in Vegas, we have 4 separate homes. Janelle lives on the street about 4 blocks to the north is Robyn. About 1 block to the west is Christine. And then a mile to the east is Mary. In the Old Testament, okay, there's Abraham and there's Moses. And they both had 2 wives. But it doesn't say whether they had 2 tents or 1. You know what? It doesn't even say if David, who had, I think, 8 or I don't even know how many wives David had. But it doesn't say how many palaces he had. There is no roadmap. Having 1 big home or 4 homes right next to each other, that's my idea. But right now, I'm kind of living out of a suitcase, traveling from home to home. as I rotate my schedule so that I can spend time with my family. And I don't always see everybody every day, and I don't always see the kids every day. And for me, this is a problem, and I think for the moms, it's a problem.
The Four Lives of Kody Brown. Monday, Christine's house.
We're all gonna go to Lindo, Michoacan, something like that. It's Mexican restaurant. I don't know. I thought they'd be excited to go, but I'm actually getting a lot of resistance.
Let's go load up. Go. I'm staying at Christine's house tonight, but we like to get the family together as often as we can, once or twice a week minimum. Tonight we're going out to dinner with the whole family.
Because it's Christine's day. We wouldn't be doing this on a Robyn day. It would be all Robyn. Is this his chance to see Robyn on Christine's day?
21. Yourself. Put your hands to yourself.
You might have to make 10 more.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it close. This summer, I'm going to be hanging out with friends and earning money on my uncle's ranch.
My grandpa, my uncle's ranch. Oh, is already the uncle's ranch by this time. It's only season 3.
No, not necessarily hate Vegas. It's just that it has nothing.
They're just going to be pissy about moving for the rest of their lives.
Yep, that's how we roll.
Aspen's so grown up.
I'll be fine here. It's just I'll always go back to Utah.
I don't know
He
if I
won't.
can go back to Utah, but I know that my kids are going to want to. They all miss their peers there. I don't know what the future holds. All I know is that, next week I'd really like to move into one big home or a cul-de-sac that had them all, but that's not going to happen.
Ironically, Aspen moves back to Utah.
It's cool. The bell's over here.
The guy is making guacamole, and they're clapping for him.
Hey, listen. All right. Okay, stop. I need your attention. Come on. Listen, this is kind of reminding me of how special it is when we're able to be together as family. So this is a nice experience for us. And Logan talked about your concern whether we will be able to get together with one property before you go to college. And I think all the moms will support me in getting us to the point where we're on one property before you leave for college. Because this is the greatest desire that I have right now in my life, is to have us all back together as a family in one place.
Not Robyn's.
Okay? All right. So that's our toast. Here, and you can eat. I love you.
After family functions in Utah, the teenagers would gravitate to my house and we'd sit up late at night talking or just kind of have fun together. And that's different now that we're in separate homes in Vegas. It is kind of lonely, I guess, when our big family functions are over, because when
Your
it's
house
over,
is so far away,
it's
Mary.
all over.
Okay, little ones, listen. I'm going to Christine's tonight.
If it was
So if you're
walking
not with her
distance.
kids, and you need to say goodnight to me now, okay? Good night. I love you. I love you. I love you. Jealousy creeps in when one wife says in her mind, he loves her more than me. The problem is they're going to wonder sometimes whether or not you love somebody more than them. And that's a huge burden, because then you have to prove yourself. And so it makes it a little bit
Quick
more of a
kisses for
challenge.
the other wives. Lots of time with Robyn.
Tricks on me when Kody's away as to what kind of really great fun things he's doing with the rest of the family that I'm being left out of.
I'm like, where's Kody? Well, he's not here. So that means he is having fun somewhere else.
Yeah. So, and maybe that's part of this whole challenge of living separately. When you live the way that we do, there are some sort of guidelines that are suggested, or that I believe are given as tips. There's no such thing as a handbook. But one of those things is you just can't compare, because that is death. You cannot compare yourself or your situation or your relationship with any of your sister wives, because when you compare, you will never, ever be happy.
Christine's
I don't think
house.
Kody's very equal with his time. I think he caters to Robyn.
Ooh,
Robyn's
already.
needs, to Robyn's kids, to whatever Robyn needs. And I think that he's spending all of his time building up his and Robyn's relationship. And he doesn't realize that our relationship really isn't that great. And he needs to spend some time developing our relationship too.
I've never been here with Christine before.
I've never had her be so troubled in our relationship. I've loved her all my life. We've had a great relationship.
Oh, did
We're
you?
just at a point where we have to work through some kinks.
Love you.
I'm not trying to put all the blame on Kody or all the blame on Robyn either. In fact, not a lot of blame on Robyn at all, because she's phenomenal. She's wonderful. She sees mine and Cody's relationship struggling, and it breaks her heart.
Does it?
I'm not accusing you. I'm not accusing you.
Me too.
It doesn't really, does it?
No, making a big deal out of things sometimes makes them worse. Now I'm at a point where I put a lot more of the responsibility
Christine is like
on him than I
treating
used to.
Kody like he's a child too.
I think it
Kody-
just needs to be a choice. It just needs to be a choice that I make to just be happy again, to be okay again. Gosh, it's just harder than I thought it would be.
Mighty Father, I'm very grateful for our blessings. Provide us with the means necessary to build a home and buy a property that will be functional for the entire family. We humbly pray in the name of the Messiah, Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay, kisses.
Did you breath? Did you floss?
I love you.
Would you floss?
Because Aston is just Aston. Because Kelsey's just
I'm not going to tell you the whole story. You don't really want to know.
Oh, really? I don't want to know? Let's try it.
You know, I think Kody and Christina have both been very open with us that they're at a point where what was working needs to be changed. It's different now, and that they are working on their relationship. I feel the tension. It shakes up the foundation of the family when one of the couples is struggling.
I have a lot of expectations and not enough appreciation, to be honest. And so he's walking into a hostile environment now. And, you know, we're just at a point where we're struggling to find ourselves. I don't know if I care if it's perfect anymore or if it's what he wants anymore. It's like, it's just so much work.
Are you ready for bed?
Yeah.
Let's go to bed.
And I know there's a big payoff. I know for years and years we had a great marriage and a great thing. And I just don't know what I want anymore. We're here.
I know what you want. You would like your husband to be home and be present and be active and be a participant. Okay, so I find it interesting that they just moved to Vegas and right away, Kody is still. Now, he basically dated her for a whole year in terms of giving her a lot of extra time. That's time she didn't even earn. And then after they get married, I don't know, how long did they live in Lehigh before they moved after the marriage? 6 months, 8 months, 9 months? I should create a timeline for myself. If anybody feels like creating a timeline of all these things, emailing it to me, feel free, go right ahead. Long time. Let's just say a long time, okay? And now they've moved. They're in individual houses. And he is continuing to spend more time with Robyn. According to Christine, he caters to Robyn. He needs to be spending some more time with me. And we just saw it in this episode, right? It's Christine's day. So this is back when it was still, he would spend a whole day with each wife. Like that ended very soon. Actually, here's the proof that it started ending. It's Christine's day with him. And the whole family's going out to eat. He's going to be with Robyn. Okay, so then at night, he's laying on the bed with a bunch of the kids, and Christine's kind of kneeling at the end of the bed. And he's just saying a bunch of stuff. And Christine goes like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just let it go. It doesn't matter. And then he's just kind of laughing. He goes, it really doesn't matter, does it? Like he's a child too. She's disciplining him like she has to discipline the rest of the kids. Like this has been a long, very exhausting day. I was probably up at 5 a.m. this morning with Truly, and I have not stopped the entire day. And now you're here. And which upsets the apple cart a little bit. Happy that you're here, but the kids are a little bit wound up because of it. They're also wound up because they probably just had caffeine and the sodas at the restaurant. And she's like, I just want to go to bed. And you're like poking at the kids and making a big deal out of nothing. This is not how I want to spend the little bit of time that I have alone with you today, which is literally time to get ready for bed. Speaking of which, let me just let you know, since you haven't seen it, that as they're getting ready for bed, Christine's walking around. Did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth? Did you floss? You didn't floss? Go back and floss. Did you? She's like handling everything, taking care of everything. Kody, we see do nothing except for washing his own hands and brushing his own teeth. So Kody took care of Kody. Christine took care of all the kids. He didn't help. He didn't offer to help. He didn't volunteer. We know he's already doing dishes for Robyn. And I think we might even see that in this episode. He's not lifting a finger for Christine. Just taking care of Kody. In fact, there was a cutaway at one point where he was just sitting on the bed with a book. He was reading. He's reading a book while she's rolling around getting all these kids in bed. Probably like, nah, she's used to doing it 3/4 of the time. She could do it now too. He's the worst, the worst. And I swear this is the restaurant. I don't remember them saying it on this episode though. So maybe it was a different restaurant. I thought this was the restaurant, this because it was a Mexican restaurant, although he just loves Mexican. He likes beans. I don't know if he likes Mexican food. At any rate, I thought it was the Kids Eat Free, which most places they've put a kibosh to that. Families are getting too big. They're like, for each adult, for each paying adult, you can get a free kids meal. So they would go, I thought that was this place, was it not? Did they say that? Did you hear? I didn't hear that, but I may have been writing something down or something at the time. I could have sworn this was that place. They mentioned it in the show, and I believe McKelty also mentioned it in the past too, that that's the place they would always go to because the kids would eat free. So it was a great deal. Well, sure, you only had to pay for 4 meals. And you had, what, 18 kids? I don't know, 17, 16 at this time. All eating for free. But what I found amazing about it is they had all these bags with food in it that they were taking home. How do you go eat someplace and have the establishment offer free meals to the kids and order so much food that nobody can even eat it all? And then we'll pack it up and take it home too. The free stuff that you're giving. It's like going to a buffet and then asking for a take-home container, then going back up to the buffet and filling it up again before you leave. Like, that's, it's not right. Not right. Okay. All I got. Say hi to a couple more people. And then, oops, there we go. And then we'll get going. Okay. Hello, Lorraine. Lost with Mom. Leave it to Mama Squirrel. Someone explain. Right, okay. Nicole, can someone explain why Robyn stated that saying soulmates was a mistake? If she was bullied so bad, only person who told fans that was a past member who knows the traditions of the AUB, and Robyn admitted. Oh no. Well, I think she's now saying that she was a soulmate to him was a mistake because they're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to have a single soulmate. Not in their faith. They believe that you can have all these wives and love them all equally, and that there's not a soulmate situation. Because soulmate, well, I guess it could be a one-sided soulmate. He could be everybody's soulmate. I don't know. Who knows? Did Robyn have a nanny at this point? I believe so. She had a maid compared. Yes, Lundy. Yeah. I believe right when they moved there, McKelty moved in right away. McKelty moved in with Robyn before she married into the family. Did you know that? That wasn't on the show. McKelty shared that on her Patreon. So she was a nanny before the wedding. So yeah, McKelty's probably living over there until her sister, she had her niece in Vegas in the other homes, but I believe she had a sister, probably a uncle daddy daughter, pseudo sister, for a little bit in these rentals. There was somebody else that came when they were in the rentals. But yeah, if she wasn't there yet, then McKelty was over there. Oh, she had help the whole time. Makes no sense why her place is an absolute disaster. Hi, Black Swan Gothica. Welcome. All right. Bouquets by Karen. Good to see you. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to get going. Here we go. We are at 10 minutes and 36 seconds. Next segment, it is Tuesday morning at Christine's house. So.
Christine, you have to take it off. Oh, scrumpy girl. Love you.
It is hard to have him go because it's going to be 4 days again until he's here. And in Utah, it was different because I saw him 3 out of 4 days. And so, yeah, it's hard. It's getting old for the kids. Aspen was saying the other night, she's like, I haven't seen Dad for days. She likes me having my own place too. But still, then she realizes there's a downside. There's a downside.
So Christine likes her own place already, even though they just moved in.
Uprooting myself and replanting myself is literally causing, in a sense, anxiety. And no, you're not feeling sorry for me. I picked this, I chose this. But I can see where some people might think that I'm not committed, that I'm not committed because I'm just bouncing around from home to home to home. That's not true, because it's a very difficult aspect for me to actually do that. You may not understand it, but it is not easy to go from this place to this place to this place. It's
Robyn's house, he pulls into the garage. Even Robyn doesn't go in the garage.
I miss him. I have been missing him.
We're having an ultrasound. What do you want to have? What do you want to have?
A girl.
Really?
We're on our way to base first image. We're gonna go get an ultrasound to find out whether or not the baby's important.
Leon's over there babysitting.
All right. So here, it looks like only one baby. Well, first one, let's look for the heartbeat.
I mean, I've never done this before. Found out what my babies were, and so this was like the coolest thing.
This is the coolest thing. They have this thing called ultrasound.
We have 10 girls and six boys.
This is a 17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
For the whole
God.
family is 17. Lucky
Congratulations.
17.
Well, since you're in Vegas, are you going to hit or are you going to stand? I'm just kidding. You're going to hit? So this is your 17th child.
This is my 17th.
Your 17th.
This is our first.
Your first together,
Yeah.
17.
So 17 is between 4 mommies.
What?
Yeah, he has 4 wives.
Wow.
Yeah.
Robyn tells everybody.
Cool. See the little arm right here, the hand is right here. And guess what? I have your gender. You just
Holy cow.
Half the family wants a girl, half the family wants a boy. It's extremely polarizing. We're really excited to tell everybody.
But they're just gonna have to wait because not everybody's together. So we have to sit down and kind of figure out the schedule. Then we can get everybody together and make the big announcement.
It's
She
always
talks like
this.
she's
We always
3.
have to wait for somebody.
But they just have to wait because not everybody's together. That lisp, too. She doesn't have a lisp. She did here. Makes you sound like you're younger and cuter. Gross. Girls jumping on a trampoline with no net. Oof. So dangerous. There's cement right next to it too. Oh my word. Oh, this is Robyn's house.
Isabel, they come over the most. And then sometimes I get a raid from the teenagers, and they'll go head to the kitchen and go picking through the cupboards, and Logan will eat all my leftovers that I haven't eaten and stuff like that. So that's always fun.
Hey, girls.
That sounds sarcastic.
Dear Father in heaven, thank you for the abundance of thy spirit. We pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Robyn's just got her hands full.
Kody is always helping. Go brush your teeth. Go. Run.
Well, I just cashed out all my retirement and I don't have any, and it's going to be taxed. And I'm renting home, so I get no tax advantages.
We're getting upstairs. Come on. Go upstairs.
Whose fault's
So
that,
tomorrow
Kody?
we got
Poor planning.
family business meeting we're going to have at 2:00 with the family, basically doing exploration on many different ideas. You know, once we get a business going for the family, I'll be probably feel a little bit better. The most important thing in my life, though, is that I get this family in homes that are next to each other. Fluorescent.
Disclaimer, as soon as you're done here,
Good night, guys. I love you.
Good night.
I watched my mom.
He's
and
saying
my
good
dad
night.
have
He's
a
cleaning
honeymoon
the
experience for
counter.
years and years and years. And I just wanted to have this sweet experience in that relationship. That's what I want. Yeah, I think that's unrealistic. I'm so sorry. I know she does. That's okay.
But it's real for Robyn.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's
that's
real
what she
for me.
wants.
It's real for me, and I will work on it as much as I possibly can. So I do my other stuff when Kody's not around. When he's there, I prioritize. We sit there and we make each other the priorities.
Let's date.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness, you're darling.
Hey.
That's fine.
You're still in pictures.
Yeah.
You actually just create this really cool experience of being with each other.
Experience.
And then he goes and gets to go be with someone else he hasn't seen for a few days, and he's happy there too. It really does create this really cool absence makes the heart grow fonder experience.
Her voice
And
sounds like
I
she's
have-
whining.
And I hope to, and I'm planning on having a honeymoon experience for years and years to come.
That's the
because I
fourth
watched it
one.
happen. It can be done.
You just don't seem
Fourth
very good.
experience.
Robyn's coming into a family that's very big, and she wants a close relationship with her sister. She wants a relationship with me, and she wants a relationship with the entire family. And that's great to bring into the family. You know, so she's got a lot of love, a lot of capacity for love, and we have a lot of capacity to love her back. You okay?
Yeah.
You do. Christine doesn't want her around.
Tell me wants to throw up.
So it's the morning.
I don't have any sweats here, do I?
Well, you could throw on some jeans and walk to Christine's and get yourself some sweats and then come back and change into the sweats. When it gets close for Kody to leave, I get a little bit sad. The fact that he gets to go run is huge to me because I don't usually let him in my sight.
I don't have enough
don't
stuff at
usually
every house. I
let
don't
him
have the
out of my
right
sight.
stuff at every house. This is the most convenient of all. If Christine's house is over there, Robyn's is here, I would love to have Mary's and Janelle's here as well. It'd be a lot more convenient.
Mary's was available. She wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
No problem. It'll be fun. I've been in this faith for 21, 22 years. You know, there are certain things you need in a marriage. But number one is you've got to have love. The love won't survive without communication. And so communicating and loving is an important factor. And this is why I feel like it works. Now, in these kind of relationships, there's a lot of mistakes. And so forgiving becomes another factor as well. It's so important in this family that the five of us adults all have good relationships. Otherwise, that emotion will spill out into the other relationships. I'm telling you, you've got to have love, communication, forgiveness, and commitment in relationships. And their relationships require it as well. I made that mistake before.
It's probably safest if you don't admit it to a lie.
Everybody's pressuring me to tell them what the gender of the baby is. And it's like, we're just going to tell you all at once.
He has a smile like the cat that ate the canary. Like, Nobody cares. He thinks he has this big secret. I'm like, whatever. It's either a girl or it's a boy. Find out when it's born. All right. I find it interesting. I've always felt that Robyn had a bit of a crush on Logan. And she always seems to pay extra attention to him, if you will. And so I find it interesting that when she talks about the teenagers coming over, and then Logan will come and he'll eat my leftovers. So that's always fun, which is, of course, sarcastic because she doesn't want anyone to take anything out of her refrigerator that we see later on with the sign on the refrigerator, take no food unless you ask me first. And you know, those kids just did in her refrigerator like they did with all the refrigerators before. Help yourself. Walk on in, take what you want, especially at Christine's. So she didn't like it, but I find it interesting that she just points out Logan. I wonder if already at this point, Hunter and Gabe was kind of young at the time, but Garrison were at the point where they were already scared of her. So they didn't eat anything out of her refrigerator, but because she kind of had this special feeling for Logan, she just let Logan do it and then complained about it afterwards. Oh, he takes my food. That's fun. Okay, I had forgotten this in terms of information when it comes to finances. Kody cashed in his retirement. Now, we know that Janelle cashed in her retirement. Did they say that on the show? Remember that one scene where Janelle was at the table and she was doing the bills and all that? Did they ever say then that she cashed in her retirement? I don't know. I certainly don't remember this. Which makes sense because how else are they going to pay the bills? Okay, so we had a comparison of Kody's involvement in helping Christine with the newborn baby and 5 other children get ready for bed at night, which was 0 non-existence. I'm going to read a book by myself in Christine's bedroom while she takes care of all that. And now we see him at Robyn's house and her even saying, he's such a help. He does so much around here. And he's washing dishes, putting dishes in the dishwasher, washing the counters, being in every room with the kids, giving them a kiss goodnight and that. And you know, Robyn says in future episodes, she demanded that of him. When you come, that you will spend time with each one of them and lay in bed with them and say a prayer and talk about the day or something like that. Like there was this requirement that she had for when he put each of the kids to bed. We haven't gotten to that yet. It's coming up. Future seasons. But we're seeing the beginning of it here because he's going into every one of the rooms with the kids. Didn't do that with Christine's kids. Robyn used experience 4 times just in that one little talking head interview segment. 4 times. Is she talking like Kody? Or did she come in with the experience line? Is experience and safe, were those Robyn words? And then Kody just adopted it because she uses it? And we just feel like it's Kody's word because Kody does more of the talking head interviews because he's the only guy and he's the biggest doofus and he's the most drama. So he gets interviewed the most. I don't know. What do you think? That was a lot of the word experience. I mean, I get that there are words that sometimes we use frequently. They're part of our lexicon. We tap into them often. All right. But if I were to use the same word twice within a 5 to 15 minute period of time, I'd feel awkward by the time it came out the second time. Like, oh, I just used that word earlier. Get a better vocabulary, Jenny. And I would be aware and certainly not use it a 3rd time and a 4th time, all in like a 1-minute segment. How do you not know you're using the same word over and over again? I don't know. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe some people aren't aware. Maybe it's because of my background. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. Okay. We got to see the lovely little segment where Robyn says, I don't usually let him out of my sight. Oh no, truer words were ever spoken. Miss Lie, 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 all I do is lie. Told the truth. And I just want to point out that this morning, now Christine's morning, we just saw him coming down the stairs with his clothes and saying, I'm getting ready to go. And she's like, okay. And she had Truly and said goodbye to him. And he kissed Truly on the head. He gave her the quick kiss because he's never given her a long kiss, a long hug, all that affectionate stuff that he does for Robyn and for Mary. And occasionally, Janelle, he tends to hug Janelle from behind. Have you noticed that? You don't see a whole lot of forward hugging of Janelle, but he'll like come up behind her and put his arms around her and then like have his head close to her and talk to her. Huh. I wonder what that's about. I just thought of that right now. I don't know what that is. Anyway, in this scene, he gets up in the morning. They all have breakfast. Robyn actually gets all the kids in the car and Robyn drives them all to school. Then she comes home from school and, well, they had breakfast first and then she drove them all to school. And then she came home from school and then Kody's getting ready to go, but she was going to take a walk and he's like, oh, I don't have any sweatpants here. Like you can't walk. She's a pregnant woman. How fast is she going to go? I think your jeans are okay. And she said, you could wear your jeans. Or could run up to Christine's and then come back. So he goes back to Christine's house to get his sweatpants so he can go for a walk with Robyn. Or she called it his run or his jog. So like at one point he kind of like jogs in place next to her and that, but you know, he was just walking the rest of the time. He's just doing that for the camera. Okay. That's just a lot of time. And for those who didn't get to see the visuals, I wanted to point out just how much time this man early on is spending with Robyn. Unaware. Okay. Oh, wait, here we have Robyn's sister, April, moved in after Saul. Okay, so at this point, Saul's not born yet. She's still pregnant with him. So April moves in after Saul is born. So McKelty's probably still staying over there. We didn't see McKelty that night in the house. So I don't know if she was she probably was staying at Robyn's house because Kody was staying at Christine's. She couldn't put 3 kids to bed on her own. Are you kidding? Of course McKelty was there to help. So she could sit down and have a bonbon or two with a cup of tea and relax because, you know, it's tough being pregnant and all. She needed a break. I'm sure she did not do the nighttime routine. All right. Somebody mentioned that McKelty was with her in St. George. It's possible, but I'm not certain. I just don't know the timeline. I don't think before the engagement. I don't think she did anything before the engagement. And it was after they were engaged, but they were engaged for like 9 months. They moved her pretty quickly after the engagement from St. George up to Lehigh. So I was thinking that too, because I'd forgotten how much time she spent in an apartment house in Lehigh before they got married. So I had always in my mind, so I may have said that in the past too. I may have misspoke that she spent the time, and maybe she did. Maybe she came out and said, I did it in St. George. I can't remember if I ever heard her say that specifically on her Patreon or not. But I know after the engagement, pretty quickly, she was in Lehigh. So even if she did go down and spend time down there, I don't think it was very long. But I don't think so, because when she was in Lehigh, I think McKelty was still going to their school. Okay, I don't want to just say this because now I'm starting to sound like McKelty. This is McKelty like saying, I don't know, but it could have been this, and then you have 5 minutes of her giving 4 different examples of what something could be, what could have happened. Yeah. Did Robyn show up for whatever? I don't remember, but she could have been busy, or she could have been having to take the kids to school, or she could. That's like this. Anybody that is there Sunday night knows we suffer through. I'm like, I don't care. I know what it could have been. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 10 more could have beens if you want. It means nothing. Question, answer. If the answer is I don't know, that's the answer. Stop. Move on. All right. You guys don't need to hear this. All right. One more thing. His hair looks awful. Yeah. Mullety. Oh, gosh. Janelle will get the release. Their church can't wait for them to go away officially. Oh, that's a good point. They're an embarrassment. That's a really good point. Yeah. And it makes the church look good to give a release because Kody is such an embarrassment to that faith. Yeah. Which is another reason he won't get another sister wife. Although they haven't been in the faith for 15 years. Now it's all for show. Yeah, it's so obvious whose garage he parks in. Yeah. Yep, he did pull into Robyn's garage though. And her car was in the driveway because when the garage door opens up, there's boxes everywhere. Again, how long have they been there? She still hasn't managed to unpack. The woman can't lift a finger. I'm convinced. I think the idea of just emptying one box is so incredibly overwhelming to her. I mean, we saw when she moves, she has to have all the kids come over and pack her up. She can't do it. And now that the kids are all gone, they got a moving company for sure when they move from the one mansion to the double the size mansion. No one cares who's pregnant. You're absolutely right, Kathy. Nobody does. Nobody needs to know the gender. We'll find out when it's born. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Artie. We're a group of people who is meant to keep their lifestyle secret from the rest of the world. Kody and Robyn sure like telling strangers. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. They tell everybody. Because he has 4 wives. And like, if they were really worried about persecution, could they be persecuted once they step foot out of the state for like the time they were there? Can it go back? Kind of like back child support? Back penalties and fines? I mean, they cross state lines to get other kind of criminals and polygamy. Maybe that's federal. All right, anyway, let's move on. Where are we? We are at roughly 18 minutes and 50 seconds. Here we go.
What I'm actually hoping is that there will be a real advantage to actually do a business with my 4 wives. Because the houses are all separated, this will actually give us good family time. But that's another two-edged sword. It's like when we're together all the time, I start going, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Any monogamous might say,
because you're not in charge.
My wife. And I'm going to try working with all 4 of them. Hey, Mayor. How's it going? Oh, I'm good.
You're not a leader, Kody.
I've got a business meeting, and I didn't have the right clothes at the other house. So I'm hoping you got them. Otherwise, I'm going to be late because I've got to chase. I have to leave in 10 minutes.
Who are you meeting with?
A friend of mine who's a lawyer. I need
lawyer.
You to find the clothes, please, if you can. Now that we've gone public, it's actually very hard for us to have just a regular job because it's a known fact that we're polygamous.
Who
But
cares?
we really need something where we're more independent, where we own the business or we're real estate agents
Such an
or
excuse.
something that allows us our own autonomy, where the attention that we're getting might actually benefit us.
Can I do anything to help you? I don't know. I think the 4 homes just makes him really crazy because he never knows where anything is and always hopes something's where he wants it to be. Sometimes
That's his
he's
whole
lucky,
life. It has
sometimes
nothing to
he's
do with
not.
4 houses. It was the same way when you all lived in the same house.
I don't really like not seeing him every day. I do like being alone. I like having my separate house. Love you. But it's an adjustment to get used to not seeing him every day.
Oh, so it's Mary's day and he scheduled his meeting that day. We didn't see anything on Robyn's day that he did.
Hey guys.
He
Hello.
spent it with Robyn.
Okay. Everybody's really excited to find out if Robyn's baby is a boy or a girl. But she won't tell us, at least not until our next family get together with all the kids.
Hey guys. I came up with this idea for business and I'm really excited about it. A family food franchise that is health oriented.
I feel like the other venture we're looking at tons more than just food.
I feel like we're about to melt down all the time. Does my enthusiasm mean that I bought? Is that what the problem is?
Yeah, because I had enthusiasm for other projects, which eventually the family said no.
Sometimes I think I'm nuts to do this, but I got to do something.
We all know that will work best if we all are excited about one idea or
The idea of the family business is a good idea, but then there's a situation that I really want to go back to work with at-risk youth. I'm not sure how much time I want to devote to a family business. Don't look at me that way. I want to, but
You're trying to not be a part of my family anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You like living apart. You want to go get a job all by yourself. You keep talking about how we're in different places. You said we were going to be a family.
I'm sorry, we need to increase the
No,
frequency
she's so
of these
funny.
because we've got to get something going. Our resources are limited. We've got to get something going.
this is not a one-job household.
Not even maybe a job and a business. It has to be job and business.
Multiple.
Robyn. Yeah.
Is Mariah going with us out tonight?
Do you want Mariah to go out with us tonight?
I think we have fun going out with us tonight.
Don't you hear that reluctance in her voice?
What a romantic date with you.
Exactly. Oh,
You just
Mariah's
kind of move away while
I'm moving away, far, far, far away. Where are you moving away to? Where do you think?
I was going to build a house with the whole quarters just for you, Mariah. You can be a partner.
Think that's gonna happen?
I don't know why it would.
Okay, if you lived in Utah, it would happen.
That ship sailed months ago, Mariah.
I know
It
that's
sailed
what
out
I'm
of
saying.
Utah. It landed on Plymouth Rock, Nevada. Oh, you guys wanted to swing, didn't you?
Yes.
Don't fall out the back, okay? Mariah's always been just Mary's only child, but because we've always been together, she's always had siblings right next to her. Now she's actually very much like an only child because she's in the house with her mother and me, and that's it. And now I'm actually hearing the wives kind of agree with the kids a little bit. It would be nice to have immediate access to each other, to the children, but it's an evolutionary
Cody
process.
swings
Everybody's
like
heads
he
gotta get to the
dances.
same place. We've all got to work together. But my goal will be to put us back as close as possible, as soon as
It's
possible.
aggressive.
Mariah, you up, sweetheart? Okay. Oh, that's not too bright for you. But you want me to stop pestering you?
Mariah and I are going to be going out of town for a couple of days. We're going to go see some friends and family, but we're definitely going to make it back for the announcement of the sex of Robyn's baby. We're so excited to find out if it's a boy or a girl. I'm going to make you some breakfast, and then I need you to make sure you get all your stuff downstairs so we can get it all packed.
I'm waiting for her to leave something.
Woke up in the middle of the night, forgetting where I was or what I was doing.
Everybody asks me if I ever wake up.
and not know where I'm at.
Really?
Because, yeah.
Probably safest if you don't admit it to a lie. If you have.
That's actually creepy. I've made that mistake before.
Really?
He just
I woke
admitted
up in
it.
the middle of the night once at Robyn's house.
Yeah.
And in the middle, I was half asleep and everything. I just said, I love you, Mary.
Oh, hell. Oh, my.
She remembered it the next morning. She was totally cool about it. She's like, what were you dreaming last night?
I would want to know what you were dreaming.
Nothing. I mean, just telling you makes my toes curl.
I mean, that makes my toes curl for you.
Are you really uncomfortable? Nothing. We don't even want to talk about it anymore. Oh.
You've been talking about it for 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Love you, dear.
Where do you want this?
In the front.
Leon's over it.
Don't leave without kissing me.
Are you kidding?
Well, you look like you were about to. Have a nice trip.
Big, long hug for Mary. Yeah. Mary and Robyn got... I married my soulmate, he
Like
said.
two peas in a pod, we're genuinely in love, but we will fight like a brother and a sister that are teenagers. But, we got in a pretty rough place at one point in our lives, and we have to assess this and say, are we committed to each other? Well, yeah, we are. Okay. Are we committed to this marriage? Yeah, we are. Okay. But I don't like you right now. No, I don't like you either. Well, then what are we going to do? Let's make a choice to make our lives better. Mary and I have been through it, and now we're going for another 20 years of good marriage.
A good marriage.
Everybody's pushing
Not
to find out
good
what
marriage.
You're watching what I'm wearing, things like that. I'm just like, I'm not telling.
All right. I just wanted to write this down so I don't forget. How Kody said, I wake up. People ask if I wake up and I don't know where I am. And Mary says, it's probably best if that ever happened that you just don't admit it to anyone. Next thing out of his mouth. Well, it happened to me once. I don't know if the story's true or not. I don't know if he was trying to well, no, because she could confirm it with Robyn. So maybe it was true because he said Robyn remembered. He said that he woke up in the middle of the night, said, I love you, Mary. But he was at Robyn's house. But he said Robyn remembered it the next day. And asked him what he was dreaming. So Mary would be able to cross-reference this story. I guess it did happen. But even the fact that it happened, she's like, I'm so uncomfortable with this. I don't want to know what you were dreaming. She's just like, and it's about her. Like, this is a compliment to her. And she's still like, this isn't right. This is embarrassing. Let's not continue this. He's such a child. All the wives have to parent him. They do. That's why he needed 4 wives. There you go. Because he never grew up. He's Peter Pan. Unbelievable. Okay. I can't do anything without Kody. Puke. We have Tracy here. 9 months as a member of the channel. The salaciousness. Yes, this is the craziness of this episode. All right. Congratulations on being a member for 9 months, Tracy. And Michelle, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. That is awesome. Okay. We are moving on and we are at 26 minutes, 39 seconds, we'll say. Right about there. Okay. And good.
Here's the thing is, no matter what, when I'm leaving that house, there are those emotions of her going, oh, you're leaving. And, I never felt like that was happening when we were in the big house in Utah. I never felt like as I was, when I was going to be with somebody else, that there was ever that, oh, darn, you're leaving. Hey. Hi.
You're just gonna drop your stuff here.
I'll take it up to the room in a minute.
I don't think I have anything left in the freezer. You can go look. You assumed that. I've never said that.
Patty's and
We're not having those.
Okay, those going to the balls right now. You understand?
You can put her.
All right, then go upstairs and take care of that right now.
That's Gabe he's talking
So
to,
me,
who's just
Mary,
laughing.
and Janelle are all out of our careers, and honestly, for me, it's easy to go into anything sales because it's all about
Sales.
communication. But the reality is I don't want to be doing that anymore. I want to actually own a business.
I'm
I
still
don't
bringing
want
my
to do that.
transferable skills here. I mean, I'm the financial planner. I'm the money watcher. I'm the let's make the dollars and cents work. It has to work on the paper. Now we just need to find the one thing that sings to all of us. One of the things that I have discovered in the last few months is I am independent. I have no problem going and doing my own thing. It's been more about the lack of time I have with Kody. When I finally started to engage in our business planning and, getting these things, then all of a sudden things were kind of better for me.
I just don't know how to go from this is a great idea and then making it set in motion.
Neither does
I don't
Robyn.
have to do that.
Sam.
Oh, no. You don't get to bully your sister. Well, that's because she wants to play, but you can't be mean to her. I don't know if I'm buying that. She was the one that's hurt. All right. I will behave as a gentleman.
Okay, let's go to the table.
Gabe doesn't take him seriously.
Go to the table. I'm ready to feed you.
He's behind Janelle with his hands on her shoulders. He's never in front
We
of her.
really focus on having the kids involved with us. That's kind of our theme. Is we like to sit with our kids all around us, talking about what's going on with them. Do you know what I mean? And in fact, I have to really be conscious to say, okay, I need to break away and have some time with Kody alone.
What do you think about going for a drive over in this area that we like and starting to look for property for a house?
Yeah, I mean, I know I've been as I drive by, I'm always trying to look and see what their sign says, and maybe we'll just go take a look.
Logan, just don't let it burn the house down. Everything will be fine.
I just got to get out of this house.
All right.
Okay.
Logan's in charge.
This is the part of the valley I really want to be in.
This is or is?
It is.
Awesome. Perfect.
But you know what? I actually think the Vegas Skyline is awesome. And then you're here by the mountains. What appeals to me about this is that it's so many acres. I think our big picture for our family is to build 4 houses on one lot
Big
and
picture.
kind of have our own neighborhood. So even though we don't have the money right now, we're still putting the dream machine to work. We really believe there's a lot of benefit to putting sort of that energy out there. We put a big pot of water on for me to make oatmeal for everybody. If you maybe 6 cups of water, kind of 2 minutes. I see him more than ever today, but not living in the same house.
It's Maddie. Hard to understand what they're saying. It's the mic's far away.
Janelle and I have always had a fairly sweet, easy relationship. We've had our difficult times too. We've had our assessment times. Beautiful thing about Janelle and I is we had my first together. Logan is our oldest. We had this beautiful experience in having him.
Beautiful experience.
Such a wonderful child. All my children are wonderful. So I would say that Janelle and I, our tightest connection is our kids. There was a time in my life where I was struggling with Mary. Here's a beautiful example of Janelle. When Mary and I hit this struggle, Janelle got in my face and she said, "You work this out. You know that Mary is worth it." And with that is where Mary and I actually just faced the music with each other and worked out our relationship. So Janelle has this effort in devotion to the entire family. And I love that.
Oh, wow. You guys actually have tools. Why don't I have tools? All my tools are in Utah.
So it hangs like this.
I know. It's neat to actually have the right stuff. Logan took the TV down in Utah. I don't know where the parts are. I'm just trying to figure it out.
We don't have any others.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll run over to Christine's and check for she's got a full bag of that junk. Yeah, I'm always running from one house to the other. It happens all the time. Either it's clothes or like tools.
Truly's excited to see him. She's
The
like,
washers that Hi, how's it going? Good. I'm chasing down tools and screws and nuts and bolts and trying to hang Janelle's TV. I couldn't find what I needed, so I went to look at Christine's TV to figure out how it was mounted. Holy cow, giant lag bolts. I gotta get out of here. See you. Love you. Love you.
oh, Christine gets a quick kiss, and then Robyn, whose house is not even his, gets a kiss and a big hug.
Got hers installed and we were both too big. Dang. After basically clearing all 4 wives, checking to see if they've got them, now I gotta go and get them at the hardware store. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. We got production, but we're getting it done.
I'm glad though. I mean, it would have had to been work. We would have done it any other time. But we've done it.
I'm all right. I'm
Savannah
feeling
is
good
so
about that,
little
so-
sitting on the couch.
Honey, I told you to look and look and look.
That's the stuff right there.
Oh, to mount it?
Yes. I've been
Janelle.
chasing all
Oh.
over the place, and it was here.
I didn't
the
know.
entire-
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, I'm not blaming you. Oh, what?
He'd been screaming if there were no cameras. He's like doing everything he can to hold it
I
in.
think we are done. There's this factor where today I don't feel like being this guy. The guy that has to go from home to home to home and be patient, loving, and kind and communicating with 4 different independent, strong-willed women. And I love where I'm at in these relationships. And I love the experience we've had from coming where we were in the past to
Experience.
where we've grown to these special places. Then we have our bad days where it doesn't feel special today. So that commitment factor is huge. Because sometimes you're like, I just don't like this.
I'm so excited about what the baby is. This is what I wanted. Cody's aged 10 years easy in the last few months.
Yeah.
He doesn't look happy. He's not happy.
Would you guys stop arguing about it, please? Gosh.
Popeye's wings got better. Now spicy and mild.
I wanted to
Soft
write that
and dry
down.
rub.
Okay. Woo! Crazy. Danny's a member for 11 months. I believe we had memberships for 11 months already. Where does the time go, sister friends? Wow. That's crazy. Y'all, we know each other quite well. That's insane. Thank you. All right. Back to the comments while the commercials are on. Let me move it over so I can see them. Okay. Now, Davina says she wants a relationship with the OG3. She just doesn't want to be the one to put in any work or make any compromises. Absolutely. Speaking of which, that's a really good point. In terms of work, I find it interesting. This is the first time I never realized Kody came right out and admitted, I'm in sales or sales to the rest of the country. And in sales, I could get a job anywhere as a polygamist. So earlier he said, we can't get jobs. Can't get jobs because we're out as polygamists. Give me one example of a place that said, I won't hire you because you're a polygamist. I completely believe Mary got let go from her job because of the nature of working with the youth and not wanting cameras on them and to protect their privacy. Completely believe that. I don't think it was because she was a polygamist at all. I also think that it probably would bring up a lot of questions for the kids. Like, you got to think about the nature of these kids. And these were at-risk kids. These are kids that were going through, these were kids that had problems. and they're trying to sort through their lives. They're trying to be given specific guidelines and all that, and to like throw a monkey wrench of polygamy in it. Probably not ideal either. I'm sure that that kind of went in their mind, but I don't think that's why she got fired. I really believe it's the whole camera situation. So he says they can't get, even Janelle didn't get fired when her work found, and she worked for the government. And my understanding is it was something to do with like the whole like food stamp program and that. It was benefits and that government when it came to dishing out money, which is why she couldn't talk about it, and she didn't mention it to anybody, and a lot of people didn't know what she did, and she couldn't tell her work what she did because she didn't want to lose. If anyone could lose their job, it would be her, because she could have influence on who got different benefits and finances from the government based on information on knowing their polygamous lifestyle and whatnot. Because there are times I'm sure that they filed for stuff that they probably shouldn't have, but did it claiming that they were just a single parent. All right. We could debate that right and left and up and down. Nevertheless, we never saw them apply for jobs and be told, you're a polygamist? No. I'm not saying there aren't people who would do that. I'm sure there are people who would do that, but just like there's people that would like discriminate against anything. When I was in college, undergrad, and I was taking a stuttering class, one of the exercises we had to do was go out in a public setting and we had to stutter. It was one of those to feel like what it would feel like for somebody who struggles with such a thing. I can't tell you how difficult this exercise was. I just thought no big deal. I was with my girlfriends in the car. I'm like, hey, it was my roommates actually at the time. Let's go. And I said, stop at Taco Bell. I'm just going to ask for an application. And that seemed like a natural way to have a conversation. And I'll stutter when I do it. And so I went in there and I did. And I stuttered and I asked if they had an application that I could take with me back in the day before computers. So you had to go in and get a paper application for you youngins out there who are wondering like, what? Who would walk into a Taco Bell and say, I want a job? And the guy mocked me and he kind of stuttered back. He said, we don't have any applications or something along that line. I just was floored. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the heck? Did you just? And I was like, okay. And I left and I went in the car and I was like, and they're like, where's the application? And I go, he said they're not hiring anybody right now. He didn't say they didn't have applications. He said he wasn't going to get me one because they weren't hiring or something along that line. My one roommate was so upset. She's like, I'm going in and asking for an application. And she did. And she came out and she had an application. He gave her one. So discrimination happens in all forms. So there's pigs everywhere. There's pigs everywhere in the world. So yes, will there be somebody out there who wouldn't give them a job? They would probably make an entire season about it and keep bringing it up season after season after season. You know, we tried to get a job once, couldn't do it. Like the victimhood is outrageous. So, he finally admits. He came right out and said, I could go into sales, but the reality is I don't want to do that job anymore. It's nice when Kody actually speaks truth at times, right? This is early on. We're in season 3. He's still telling the truth every now and then. I don't want to work. I want to have my own company. I want to be my own boss. He and Robyn are 2 peas in a pod. Do you think for a second when you start up your own job and your own company that it's a piece of cake? You know how hard it is, how much work goes into being an independent contractor or into starting your own business? It is a lot of work, double than if you just show up and punch in and punch out. And it's on your mind all the time because there's no end. You can always do something better. You can always be thinking about how you need to, because the buck stops with you in the end. It's unbelievable. He and Robyn both think just start a business and you become millionaires, right? We'll see in later seasons Robyn's take on becoming a millionaire. I can just see this business, my sister wives business. So we're just, eventually it's going to be bringing in millions. Not okay. Yep, somebody was talking about the clip of him helping out at Robyn's house, how infuriating it is. Absolutely. Jennifer said he likes to be behind Janelle. Too soon? We had more experiences. Can you believe it? And 2 specials. I didn't realize his word special was so early. That's a word that's been with him for a long time. I do believe Robyn says special a lot too. I think she already did in this episode as well. The 2 of them speak the same language. Okay. Lots of getting behind. Okay. 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 Tara Lise. Oh, that's the name of the sister, Nicole. Thank you. Tara. That's funny. It's spelled funny. Tara Lise. Uncle Daddy's daughter. Uncle Daddy's daughter. Got it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'll look at one more and then we're going to get back to the show. Oh, Nicole, she did say that. Okay. McKelty said she lived with Robyn before she moved up close to the family. Okay. Robyn had a river close by. McKelty also cleaned house and waited to pick up the kids after school. She did school online. She helped with everything. She cleaned the house. She helped them with their homework. She even helped cooking, I think she said once. Like, she was a full-on live-in nanny / maid that didn't get paid. But she'll make excuses. Oh, it was a good arrangement for both people because I was, you know what? Sunday night, we watched episode, do you guys remember? It doesn't matter. It was the beginning of season 19. We're catching up on some of the episodes we didn't hear McKelty's reactions to. Every now and then she gives us a good piece of nugget and information that we didn't know before. Most of it we just suffer through, but we do it together, sister friends. At any rate, she pointed out that, okay, let me just give you a little bit of back reference. The conversation came up about the Christmas text message amongst the kids that kind of became nuclear, and then there was no exchange, and Robyn pulled her kids out of it, but because they said they felt it wasn't safe, and it's just the whole thing. Of course, she didn't say what was in this text message. Another thing that would be great to reveal in After the Sister Wives season, TLC, not only answering all these questions that we really want to know, like true answers from these wives, vulnerable, admitting they were wrong, true answers. No covering anymore. Not what you were thinking in the moment because you were brainwashed by the whole AUB faith. Just looking back now, true answers. Okay. So they were saying, did those girls really think? Okay. So Aurora made the comment. Somebody said once that I wasn't a real member of the family. And so she was crying and fussing and making a big deal of it. And this is Robyn going on and on and on and on about how her kids were never accepted. I mean, if you're sitting here watching this along with me, you will see how the kids are completely embedded into the whole family. Like, they're not, here are Robyn's kids and here are the rest of the kids. They are just wherever, amongst whoever in the family. It's just one big melting pot of kids when they're together, completely embraced and welcomed into the family. So utter lies, and very hurtful to be saying that in front of the kids, because it's like she's kind of brainwashing her kids now and changing the narrative of what their life was like growing up, pointing out the 1 or 2 or 3 little situations or instances and making it seem like that is how their entire life was for 15 years. It's maddening. And Maddie points out, and I don't think she realized that she was completely going against Robyn as she was saying this, but she was saying, you know, sometimes you have a different perception of things and that. And sometimes life is different, but like, as she's an adult now, I'm sure things will change, because I was not accepted by my siblings. And she's mentioned this multiple times on her Patreon. She felt completely ostracized from the older kids. And she kind of was part of the older kids. She was the youngest of the older kids, but they didn't like her. And she admits she was a difficult person. She's like, I wouldn't have liked me either. Like, I was hard to get along with. I was arrogant. She comes right out and admits that she was a pretty rotten teenager, and then she didn't get along with many people at all, which is why she went to Robyn's house and became Robyn's nanny, because then she just got away from all her siblings because she wasn't getting along with her siblings. Let's compare this for a second now. Mykelti felt so ostracized and bullied by her siblings that she literally removed herself into another house away from all of them and lived there and agreed to be a slave, basically, for Robyn. That was better than having to see her siblings on the daily basis because she was so not a part of them. Aurora once said somebody made a comment once somebody made a comment that she wasn't a real member of the family or something like that. Facts. Yeah, you weren't. You came in when you were like 10 or something like that. You're part of the family now. It's become a blended family. Well, not now. Now Robyn tore it all apart again. But I'm sure somebody said it when they were talking about doing something, and she's like, oh, you know, they're counting how many kids were in something. She's like, well, no, don't forget us. And they're like, well, you weren't part of the, you know, you weren't an original person. Like, they were counting people who were at this thing or who were around at this time. I'm sure the whole thing was, let's say that's not the case. Let's say one of the boys was irked at her because she was just being annoying and very touchy and in their face, because Aurora was kind of that way. She was very aggressive, always in the front of the camera, always the first one to do everything, always sitting on all the boys, like, you know, I'll sit here. She compared to how she is now, she loved attention. She loved talking, very outgoing when she was younger. And I could see how some of the kids would be like, okay, enough. Bring it down a few notches. Like, I'm done with it. And if she just kept going, somebody like a Peyton or a Garrison is going to come out and just look her in the eye and just say, get out of here. I'm sick of you today. You weren't originally a part of this family anyway. Hurtful, yes. Terrible, yes. I can see a kid saying that because that's what kids do. Their frontal lobes aren't developed. Okay, that's why I wrote frontal lobe on here. The other day, I'm like, why did I write frontal lobe on here? I remember because I was going to try to look for that brain, so I had a frontal lobe prop. I have like one of those brains is like the stress squeeze kind of things. I don't know why. The craziest things in this house. I may have gotten rid of it, but I'm going to look and see. All right. So I just found it interesting that Mykelti basically called out Robyn and Aurora and Brianna, I don't know, Brianna doesn't talk much in these interviews. If she feels the same way or not, I'm not sure. But definitely Aurora and Robyn, because Aurora is the mini Robyn. Her words, her vocabulary, her way of speaking, everything she says is as if it was coached and drilled into her brain by Robyn. And then she's just spewing it out. Like if you could take a different body and put it on with the voice. And yeah, who said it? Sounds like Robyn. That's Aurora. Okay. Anyway, side note, sorry. We'll get back to the show. Okay. Yes, and Robyn is always calling. That's right, Coastal Diva, always calling him back to her house. There's always something that she needs. I need you to come. I need you to come. And the wives complained about that later. Was that during therapy, maybe? How she's always needing him for everything and calling him back when he's at another wife's house. Yep. Now, Janelle, he didn't leave to do something with Robyn. He left Mary's house to do the meeting with everybody. He left, didn't leave, but went with them, got Robyn involved, went to dinner with Christine during her day. Robyn was there with all the kids, had the family meeting on Mary's day. Robyn was there for that too. We didn't see him actually incorporate Robyn. I wonder if that was a conscious effort for him to realize I can't do this, because on Robyn's day, all they showed was like kind of getting up the next morning and then her keeping him there longer to do a walk with her. So that they just probably laid around in bed all day. So there was nothing to show. Okay. I'm talking too much. Here we go. Where's the show? There it is. We are at 34 minutes, 25 seconds. Quickly before I start, let me tell you that our big supporters are on this channel. Speaking of how many months people have been members, April S., Little Miss, All Win the Mini Chef, Barbara D. Jack, Meredith Andrews, Mary, Liz S., Leslie Reddick, J. Shanty 3, Linda W., Carla Colson, Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniqua Smith, Lynn Skinner, and Knit My Bit. And our exclusive SOS supporters are Black Swan Gothica, Holly Jones, Sharon, Echo Gilman, Christine Werhope, Michelle Page, Joni C615, Joni C. Why do I feel like that's in there 3 times this time? Okay, we'll see. Lean, Lisa Gasca, Libby Sure, Birdie K, Living an Eclectic Life, Anonymous, Sharon, Cindy, I had it written down here, Cindy. I had the pronunciation written down. I know it's not Grigori because that's what I always say. It's French. It's like, I'm gonna find it for the next time. It's like Gregora, something like that. I'm sorry, Cindy. Gregory? Oh, okay. Laura McWilliams, Dee Dee, Steamfrog 99, Julie Hornberger, J. Lou, Jennifer Harmon, Carol Annie D, Holly Jones, Marie Lingham, Evie, Steph Stevens, Stacy G, Karen Perk, Vanessa, Shotzi's Piece, Tammy G, Marsha Cooper, Diane Almeida, Farron, Kendra MP, That's My Shoe, Amy D, I'm Your Huckleberry, Libby Sure, Lindsay B, G Kitty 52, Lisa, Xochitl Mario, Tracy's Fractured History and More, Alexandria Swan, Shanna Banana, Rain Lady, Cheryl Smith, Sarah Lewis, Marie Crabb, Waldo's Mom, Lisa F., Danny Towns, Ms. Lita, Ladybird's Mom, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, Kaylin, and Alyssa 1704. Thank you all for being members. And a special shout out to Alexandria Swan, who's been not feeling well lately. So she said, I'm watching everything. I'm just not feeling up to participating. So sending out prayers for her to get well soon. Okay, here we go. Now we are at 34 minutes, about 25 seconds.
Some of my life struggled with the big house in Utah. The fact that I wasn't always centered and present. I was kind of floating. I was maybe omnipresent. I was everywhere, but I was never really focused. I want to say, so I get my wife's support on this, that I vow to be centered and present when we move.
You promise that you're going to give more centered, focused time if we all live together.
I will be present. Hey, look, I'm moving in.
Well,
Yeah, I know you hate the bag. I'm sorry.
Cody's aged 10 years easy in the last few months.
Yeah.
He doesn't look happy at all.
He's not happy. He's not happy with the situation.
I wouldn't say he's aged 10 years.
He's aged a lot. Of course, maybe he's scowling when he's with me.
Maybe you need to change something about that.
He's scowling. That's why he looks so angry.
Yeah, he has given her an
I'm
evil.
not kidding. He looks stressed out.
There's a lot of times that I get very angry with Christine because I don't see her doing what I know she's capable of. You know, Kody and I did have a rough time a couple of years ago. So I think part of me wants to just shake her and say, learn from me. Let me just tell you how it is and what you need to do
This
to
is
fix it.
not
It's
age.
not always that easy. You have to give it your all to make it work sometimes.
Can I sit watch TV?
Yes, my love.
Really?
Don't say that to a
You don't have a chore
postpartum
for
woman
me?
with
I
6
don't have a
kids.
chore for you. Should I have a chore for you? Well, Cody, my relationship used to be easy. It used to be.
I'm sorry, people. Pause,
I would
pause,
look at our
pause, pause,
marriage
pause,
and think
pause,
that We were
pause.
the best.
He actually asked to do a chore at her house. I wonder if this is because it's a camera. Because did you hear Christine say, I don't have a chore for you? Am I supposed to have a chore for you? You never want to do a chore at my house ever. But so I didn't plan one for you. Okay, I'm going to play it again. So we're going to hear the end of Mary again. This did not age well, of her scolding Christine for not working hard enough as a sister wife to be everything for Kody, I guess, because I don't know. The girl puts on a happy face when I don't think I could. Much more than Mary does. Mary, she's got one child who's like 16 versus Christine with all these. You can't compare what one does and another does, honestly. That makes me angry. Okay, moving on.
Can I sit watch TV?
Yes, my love.
Really?
Of course, sir.
You don't have a chore for me?
I don't have a chore for you. Should I have a chore for you? Well, Cody, my relationship used to be easy. It used to be no work. I would look at our marriage and think that we were the best couple I'd ever seen. Until Robyn came into the family, I was the last wife. And it was for a long time. And so I have a lot of conflicts going on in me. And that's really where my source of unhappiness is coming from. There's a lot of internal conflicts. I really want Kody and my relationship back to how it was, where it was easygoing and it was a piece of cake. And I really like that. And I want that back. And I don't feel special anymore.
It's hard to have all the kids spread out. I like them to be able to see each other all the time. And I want to be able to see them all the time. So.
It's Isabel on his lap. She's always on his
I
lap.
gotta go break up the fight. Dang, holy cow. Hey, listen. Whoa. What did I say to you two? Why are you two arguing? Because guess what? I'm really close to grounding both of you.
Hey, please, will you hold the,
Oh,
will you watch?
that's compassionate.
Okay, thank you. You holding a.
All right, will you guys stop arguing about it, please? Gosh.
Thank you so much. I have to do that 24/7.
Ornery daughters, not fun. Are you ever ornery to me?
No, she's never honored to Daddy.
Nope, she's never ornery to me.
And she's never honored to Mary.
Really?
In fact, the
Honorary?
only person she's honored with is Mom. Me.
So, Christine,
Yes,
That
love.
was ornery.
Isabel's always mean to you, but always sweet to me.
Isabel's sweet to you. She's sweet to Mary.
Mary's nice. We get to watch the movie. I play with her dollhouse,
So Mary's nice.
Thanks,
Well,
Kody.
and mom, hold on. I'm not saying this.
Yeah, I'm not saying
And mom isn't nice, or mom is nice too?
that.
Oh, okay. Just check it.
We're having family dinner over here tonight, and we haven't found out whether or not Robyn's having a boy or girl, and it's driving so crazy.
Christine's night, so everyone's coming over.
Hey, go get Robyn, then her kids. Christine. Hey, touch her in the pool.
It's a scene where Kody throws Garrison in the pool.
This is fun. I mean, the energy all of a sudden just picked up.
Wow, you should see Aurora's hair. Big side pony that's frizzed out and then huge bangs, circa 1985.
Jealousy is a normal emotion. I mean, especially in a situation like this, where
Yeah.
a new wife is coming along, being set aside is a normal emotion for the last wife. I just thought that I'd go through them a little bit quicker and it'd be a little bit easier. I'm a strong person at my core. I just have to get back to that core and just really start there again.
Are we showing the video or am I telling? Okay, show them the video.
I thought that was going to be the last segment. It's not the last segment. Okay, he's a jerk. You're right. You are right, Liz. And that applies to any part of this episode. So there you go. Oh, Kristen, also 11 months. Yay. Koodle can't keep his story straight. This is so true. You're right. Oh. It's okay. We all know Noodles wasn't satisfied with 4 women. There's no way. No way. Oh. Okay. Robyn changed so many reports. Did anyone catch the so-called photo where people think Robyn is preggers? No, I didn't. I doubt it. I doubt it. You saw it too, Coastal Diva? I doubt it. Was it on a channel that you don't see the person actually talking and there's like less than 2,000 subscribers? Because if it's that kind of a sensational reveal of information, chances are it would get picked up everywhere. If it were true. I don't think so. Oh, it was on Amanda Ray's channel. Which Amanda is Amanda Ray? There's like 3 Amandas. But I think they're all fairly reputable. So maybe, or at least she thinks it's true. I don't know. I don't think so. Peach said, didn't see the picture, but I find it hard to believe that she could be pregnant. Plus, neither of them want more kids, even if another woman were to give birth. There you go. Unless she had a dream about that dark-haired little boy again. She's got to find another guy who has dark hair. Because her dark hair is not carrying over in the genes. They're all blonde. Oh, Pookie. So funny. That's true. She might be pregnant if Kody mentioned, now that all the other wives are gone, you're going to have to get a job. Pregnant. 100%. Now that fits. That fits. If there's panic that they're not going to have enough money going forward, I could see Kody saying, listen, everybody had other jobs but you. But you had the little ones. But the little ones are no longer little. They're middle school now. They're getting married. I don't know how old they are. But I mean, one of them's at least middle school. I don't know if they both are, but they're old enough that she can get a job. She's like, no, I don't think so. I'll just spread my legs again. Okay, let's see her. Connie says he has no money to buy houses. Where's he going to get the money to start a business? That's right. Exactly. That's the other thing. They think that they can start these businesses. They have no idea what work is involved in it. They have no idea the time and sweat equity that goes into it. But they also have no idea the money that you have to put up to start a business. It doesn't just happen out of thin air. When do our month badges update? Now, that is a question I do not have the answer to. All I know is it's automatic. So I don't know if I think it happens. I don't think it's like on a certain day of the month. I think it's related to the day that you signed up. I think it's like literally like 30 days after you signed up. That's my guess because they are sporadic like that. But okay. Again, I'm being McKelty. I do think that, though, just based on what I'm looking at, a little bit of reason behind it. Oh. Well, it's got to update more than every 6 months because, well, okay, the badges, okay, if this is your question, the badges are 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Somebody's just said 11 months today. What do I know? Maybe the badge didn't change, though. Those are the actual like little numbers and all that I had. Those are the only icons that they allowed me to create different badges for. So I know I have badges for 1, 2, 3, 6, and 12. And on 12, the little hearts with the number inside of them change to rings. Oh, goodness. Life is too short to not just make fun of it all. Uncle Daddy always makes me laugh. I know. That's what he is. There's no way around it. I'm not creating any gossip. I speak of the truth. He is Uncle Daddy. I wish they would tell the truth now. Oh, amazing would it be? They can't even keep up with their lies. That's right. Okay. I don't think I switched. Switching. Okay. Back to the show. This is a final segment. It's playing another commercial. Why are we doing that? Okay, let's see. There's no countdown or anything. I don't like it when it does this because it means it's like stuck. Oh, we're starting over. 1 of 3 commercials. Okay. Look at the chat for another, I don't know, 1 minute. Robyn took advantage of McKelty. She sure did, which is what makes me so sick at the fact that McKelty continues to defend her. Ugh. She's a bit of an odd duck, isn't she? Well, and again, Robyn expected to be the cool younger mom and was really disappointed that that role was taken by Christine. It's true. Chronologically, Robyn was the younger mom, but Christine was always the cool one. No matter what. Even while she was depressed, she was still cooler. Look at that. All right. One more. Brianna is hurt and confused. She could be. I can't figure Brianna out. I can't figure her out. On that episode, when we were watching it and listening to McKelty talk about it, when she was at the table, remember that whole, well, that wouldn't happen because you've showed us how we need to find our soulmate. Do you remember that? And she was distorting her face and she was like, and Robyn just was laughing because I'm like, I think she's throwing a dig at you for always talking about your soulmate. And she looks like she's over it, but maybe not. I don't know. McKelty just said, oh, that's just Brianna. That's her personality. She's just being funny. She's telling a joke. Okay. 2 odd ducks. Okay. Christine also said on camera that kids should be gone at 18. Oh, she did, Wendy? And when she was house hunting with David, didn't want anything too big because didn't want his kids or her kids thinking they could move in. Did she say that? Really? I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. Well, what? They have a huge house. The house is really big. I mean, how much bigger would you want it? It's only the 2 of them. Well, the 3 of them because of Truly. Let's see. He left Janelle's. She said they can't travel far because he has to be back because the tenders miss him. If even every 4 days, then tenders should be used to his leaving. Well, yeah. So clearly he made a point, Nicole, to always go back and see Robyn's kids. Because he couldn't travel. McKelty said that somebody asked, does he come up to Utah to see the kids in that? And she goes, well, occasionally, but when he does it in conjunction with other meetings and meeting other people and doing this and doing that. He just makes one big loop of it. He barely sleeps, like he sleeps in his car. He just goes, so he could hurry up and get back because he can't be gone from Robyn's kids long. Talk about a ball and chain. No wonder he wants no more kids. All right. Let's go here. We are back. This is officially the final segment. It's not very long. There's only less than 2 minutes left. And we're at 39:26 if you're following along. Here we go.
We're going to have everybody over to Robyn's house to actually tell them whether they're having a new brother or a new sister. Go sit down. I think I know the score on who's going to be the happiest, and I think I know the score on who's going to go.
And I'm kind of concerned that a couple of my kids will maybe not feel as excited because of the gender. Hopefully they'll.
Well, then we know it's a boy, because if a couple of your kids aren't going to be as excited.
Has another sister wife having a child, it's an opportunity for them to unite and be closer together around that child. I always felt like Truly coming into the family really just added more of a bonding nature for the whole family.
I chose to marry Kody. I chose to marry Kody as a plural wife. I love having sister wife. I love all of our kids phenomenally. Do I want to trade that? Gosh, no. No. I want to stick it out. I want it better.
The 5 of us and our children, vitally important to one another. The option or the choice is there for anybody to leave marriage. But check in a little while. Christine will be better. Her and I will work this out.
Oh, you think?
Show them the video or am I telling?
Okay.
Okay, show them the video.
It announces it on the video.
See the face a little bit? No, right there. See the face?
No.
You see an arm, you see 2 eyes, and then the back right here. Okay, if you see this little string of pearls, that's the spine. There's the heart. There's the heart. So that, guess what? I'm a... There, right there.
Dayton thought that the score was uneven and he wanted another boy.
Yeah, I think sometimes Dayton is lonely. And, you know, to have a little brother that just kind of looks up to him, you know, completely would be just so fun for him, I think.
I think the whole family's got an element of excitement. A new baby is just a wonderful thing. It's just always really wonderful. Who's excited?
Is it a great experience, Kody?
Who's excited that we're having another baby?
Savannah is just sitting on the floor. She's like, she's so quiet. Somebody said on Sunday night in the McKelty live watch that we were watching, it wasn't live. It was a recorded from another episode, but they made a comment. There was a scene with Savannah in it, and they wrote, "Oh, poor Savannah, the forgotten child." And she read it, and she was like so shook by it. And she's like, "Oh, I hope not. I don't think so. Oh, I don't know." And I'm like, is this the first time you've heard this or even thought it? She's so quiet. She's so reserved. If you are watching the shows, which you are, as long as you're not just looking for yourself in that, here's a classic example of Savannah just being quiet, just doing her own thing, which is fine. I mean, she's cut from the same cloth as Janelle. She is a little mini Janelle. But sometimes you feel like it's easy to overlook her because she doesn't get in your face, as some of them do. All right. The Traveling Wise Woman. I like that name. I never watch Sister Wives. I get all my updates from you and other YouTubers. I refuse to support an abusive man. He abused the women and children. R.I.P. Garrison. I support that, and you and many, many people have written the same thing under a lot of the videos. Like, we just watch YouTube and don't watch the show anymore. I don't know that the Nielsen ratings have updated at all. I was in Nielsen house a while back, probably about 5 years ago, maybe now. And it's still old school. It's not the box on the television anymore. Now you have a almost like a beeper that you have to wear on yourself all the time, because it also wants to catch what you're listening to in the car on the radio. So it wants to get all the signals of anything that's going down, which is pretty archaic. I mean, it's a digital age. There's no reason why we can't just pull numbers digitally, but everything is still based on Nielsen ratings, which is just old and cryptic and archaic, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why Nielsen can't figure out a way to just collect all the digital data and then spew it back out to everybody. I don't know. Unless they don't trust. There's got to be a way you can get that information. Obviously, there is a way you can get that information. Well, not how many viewers are watching, though. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, I always wanted to be a Nielsen household. And then I got the letter asking, will you be a Nielsen household? So if you ever want to hear about what's all involved in that, I'll tell you. Maybe if I start that other channel, I'll do a whole video on being a Nielsen house. At the time, you're not allowed to talk about it at all. You're not supposed to let anyone know you are, because they don't want any kind of influences of what you watch or what somebody else might watch or that around you. They want it to be what you normally would see on a given day. People are human, I think, anyway. But the point, my whole point behind all this is I don't know that there's any financial support outside of Nielsen ratings. I think everything, at least back when my daughter worked for CBS, now we're going back 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when she left that job. At that point, it was still all based on Nielsen ratings, and the Nielsen ratings are what determined exactly how many people were watching a show, and therefore the advertisers and the money was figured out accordingly. You know, they said, we get this many people, and then, you know, who wants to advertise? We're going to have this many millions of people watching on any given day. So it's possible they might know, but I don't know that financially they would benefit, even if they felt like their numbers were higher than what Nielsen is saying they are. They would have more actual data, but I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I'm just like pontificating here, but listen, I completely support it. Just come here. Come here and the other platforms that are out there that are great, and get all your information. Okay. He's aged 80 years, not 10. That's funny. Lynn's been a member for 11 months. Yay, Lynn. 11 months must be exactly when I started. It does seem like it was about this time last year. How dare Mary say that about Christine? I can't stand Mary. Oh yeah, that was a rough scene to watch. On top of what she was saying, it's how she says it. She really, really struggles with tone of voice and her delivery. It sounds accusatory and arrogant and aggressive. Aggressive is like the one word that pretty much crosses everything. She's taken the edge off of that now in the past year or two. She's like made a lot of progress. Oh, Amanda Ray was the backward. Okay. I haven't seen her stuff in a very, very long time. I remember watching some of it though. I think that's a reliable channel. I'll be honest, I don't know. Half the time I'm not reliable, so who am I to say? I'm the first one to say I screwed up. Kitty's been a member for 6 months. Yay, Kitty. Oh, they're all popping up here. Let's see if I have any other down here. Okay, we're good. All right, so I'm going to be putting a video together. It's 9 o'clock and you should be going to bed. I'm really trying to work on getting my 7 hours of sleep in every night. Tomorrow's a work day. I have a video I have to make because I have some information to share with you all from a sister friend. So I'll be doing that soon. Oh, all the kids are coming into town on Friday through Tuesday. So chances are I'm not going to get it edited anyway. So I guess it really doesn't matter if I record it tonight or not. You notice how Moo talks about how Dayton will be excited? Yeah. There you go, Peach. Season 21. All cast members on Truth Serum. Be amazing. Like the Liar Liar movie. It'd be so good. It'd be so good to just hear exactly what they think about. So amazing. Especially because, I mean, deep down inside, we all have evil thoughts and wrong thoughts that we wouldn't even say out loud, even like the best of people. He always said, if like what you were really thinking inside was like printed across your forehead at all times, people wouldn't leave the house. You'd wear a baseball cap all the time, that's for sure. Yeah, they have Nielsen devices. Used to be a box connected to your television back in the day. And so whenever the television was on and whatever channel it was on, it would send that signal out. But now it's like a little pager device that you wear at all times. It's supposed to be picking up signals. Could it have been listening to everything I said? I don't know, maybe. I'm sure there's people that are like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm not going to wear this all the time, but like, I've got nothing to hide. So, you were in Nielsen house too once. Look at that. Look at that. I was very excited. You know, between you, me, and just 25,000 people, I kind of did it illegally because my daughter got her job at CBS after I started doing it. So I got into it, like you had to say, you don't know anybody in the industry, you don't, but I didn't watch anything on CBS because of her. So I just watched what I normally watch. So it was okay on that end, but I probably should have contacted them and said, I'm no longer eligible, but I'm like, they pay you to do it. All right. It really helps the channel. Really helps the channel if you can click on an Amazon link. Yes, it does. It does. Oh, it's 2 a.m. where you are. Oh, bless your heart. Was that in Chubbs or Hunger? You can hear him, Kathy? That was Chubbs. I don't know. Maybe it was because that sounded like Chubbs to me. Okay. I know. I got stuff to say. Y'all are connected out there. Not you're all, but anyone who is, do share any information you have, and I'll put it in a video. This one, I'm not going to name the person, the sister friend. And I don't think I'm even going to name the source she got it from. Because it's not the exact people that we're going to be talking about, but it's somebody who really knows all the information. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. All right. And that probably made no sense to you, did it? All right. Everybody, it was good to see you again. Next Tuesday, I'll be here. Everyone's leaving Tuesday after breakfast. So I will be here. Tomorrow night, in terms of our revenge book, it's TBD. The thumbnail's up. I just don't know. I got a lot going on Thursday. All day Thursday. And then everyone's coming on Friday. So if I can't get all my stuff done between my therapies, usually do laundry, and I only have 5 minutes between kids' classes, but it's amazing how much you can get done when you have to. And I just don't like sitting here all day. So I get up during that 5 minutes and run and do it. I'll throw laundry in, and then I'll come back. And then after the next one, go switch it over, or I'll clean off of this surface or that surface. So that's my plan for tomorrow, is to do that throughout the day so that I can read the revenge book for you all. On the other channel, link is down below in the show notes. The name of the channel is Reality TV Breakdown. There's nothing on Friday for sure, because everybody will be here. So the 3 Wives, 1 Husband, 4th episode, 4 out of 4, will be a week from Friday. And then Sunday too. Sunday night, yes. I'm not going to be able to do Sunday night. And I'm sorry, all USOS exclusives, especially because we were just talking about it 2 nights ago, and I never said we're not going to be here next week. In fact, I probably said I'll see you next week. But Sunday night's out too. House full. 5 kids all here. Lots going on. Celebrating 90th dad's birthday, celebrating my son graduating from college. And then just everyone just being here, which isn't going to happen at Christmas time this year. So this is the one time we're all getting together until 2026. So I'm going to table Sunday night too. But I'll be back on Tuesday. All right. Now we're all up to date on housekeeping, which I probably should have done at the top of this, but oh well. All right. Bring them on camera. I don't know that they want to be on camera. They might. Maybe I can take a photo and share it with all of you, of the whole fam. I was all excited. We were going to go have my son. I thought, oh, this will be cute. There's a restaurant that I went to once when my daughter's then boyfriend graduated from college. He got his physical therapy, doctorate in physical therapy. And I took the 2 of them and my son at the time to dinner at this place that used to be a bank, very small. It's like in a little town square. It's like a small city nearby. It has a little square of little, the typical thing that you would see on a movie. And they had this. So we went there because it's known to have the best burgers in town. And I love a really good burger. I'll take a good burger over a steak even. And so I'm like, let's go there. They had a room. I didn't even know it was a bank. I just knew that they said it was a great place to go eat. And I called today to make an arrangement. It doesn't even matter what time it is. We'll arrange our day around it. What time on Saturday is that vault available? And she's like, oh, you can, what time were you would like? And I said, how about 3:00? Nobody wants to go at 3:00, but my parents, times are different when you're in your late 80s. You eat at odd times. So they love to eat around 2 or 3 for lunch. I don't know what the meal is. Nevertheless, and I said 2 or 3. She's 3:00. We can do 3:00. Fantastic. And I said, there's 9 of us. She goes, oh, we can't get more than 8 people in the vault. I was so disappointed. We'll go to Texas Roadhouse. Anyway, all right, that's the end of my stories. Stories by Jenny. I will see you all on next Tuesday. Take care. Have a fabulous weekend. All of you that have extra time off for Labor Day, enjoy it if you're here in the United States. We'll see you again.
I got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
I had a lover in college, and it was a little tryst. I was a naughty boy. I had a dirty thought, and I thought David and I should go on a guys trip together.
I might have to agree. That would be cool. A guys' weekend.
Yeah, that's just it would be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That make you go,